Good day, folks. It's DIY Guy 123. Today I'm going to bring you a little how-to information about regulators for MIG welders. And so, of course, I've got a wire feed welder up there, and that can take flux core wire or regular non-flux core wire. But when you use non-core, you need argon gas to shield the wire and shield the weld. And this story is going to be all about the regulator. So this regulator, the way it works is, this is the argon tank, high pressure in the tank, 1000 psi, 2000 psi in that range. And you can see that the this gauge is the measuring tank pressure. Now this gauge is supposed to measure, they call it a flow meter. What happened was I got a new bottle filled up and plugged my regulator into the bottle, tightened down the lock bolt here, and the regulator was whacked out all the way. And I turned the tank on, and of course the tank pressure rose up, and this was not doing anything because the regulator was out. And then as I screwed the regulator in, I noticed this gauge went all the way and wrapped right around. So I turned the tank pressure, I turned the tank off, and the gauge never went down. Wouldn't go down. Even after I bled the system, this would not go down. So it was damaged. So I didn't really know why, and I went out and bought an identical separate gauge. Plugged this gauge in, turn the tank on, exact same thing. Anyway, and I thought, okay, well, it's obviously not two gauges. So I bled the system again, like turned the tank off and bled the pressure out of it, and took a big wrench, took this off. When this comes off, there's a little cup, and then there's a pin that you see sticking out. And when you take the pin off, or take the bolt off that's around the pin, you'll see if you do it. Out comes the pin and a spring, and a little plastic bushing, or like a cup, I guess, a plastic cup in the back. When I took that out, I found a piece of Teflon tape, a little piece of white Teflon tape, and I found a little brass chunk and a little brass burr. And I think what happened was the tank that I had got from the company, the gas company, I think they may have been careless with the, well, all right, I don't know who it was, so I guess I'm not blaming anybody. My theory is that it's possible that Teflon tape, too much, was wrapped around the new valve when they installed the new valve. It was flapping inside and broke off as soon as I turned this on, or maybe there was a loose piece in there, and I can't explain where the brass shards came from. But anyway, it all happened the day I put a new tank on. The point of the story is, if you have a flow meter go bad, take this apart first, check that spring and pin, make sure it's clean before you put a new one on. Otherwise you're going to blow your money on putting a new one on, only to find out that your regulator's dirty and needs to be cleaned. Okay, I'm going to be showing a picture of the issue, or the dirt that I found, and I think you can take a look at that. If you like my video, please subscribe, and good luck with your do-it-yourself projects.